What if I told you that one of the most ancient and mysterious rituals in Israel's history is about to be fulfilled? The red heifer sacrifice, a ritual prophesied in the Torah, is one of the key events that will purify the world for the coming of the Messiah. For thousands of years, this moment has remained hidden in the prophecies, waiting for the right generation to unlock its true significance. In Jerusalem, something profound is happening. The red heifer, a rare and sacred animal, is ready to be sacrificed, fulfilling a biblical prophecy that has awaited this very moment. But what does this mean for Israel, for the world, and for the coming of the Messiah? This is not just an ancient ritual, it is the spiritual key to unlocking the final redemption. In this video, we will explore the deep spiritual significance of the red heifer sacrifice and how it connects with the end times. From the Torah's teachings to the prophecies in the Zohar, we will uncover how this ritual will purify the people of Israel and prepare the world for the arrival of the Messiah. Stay with us as we unlock the mysteries of this divine prophecy that is coming to life in Jerusalem today. The red heifer sacrifice is one of the most mysterious rituals mentioned in the Torah. In Numbers 19, the Torah describes the purification process involving the ashes of a red heifer, which will cleanse those who are impure, specifically those who have come in contact with death. This purification ritual is essential for the proper sanctification of the people of Israel, especially in preparation for the rebuilding of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. But why is this ritual so important? And how does it relate to the coming of the Messiah? According to Jewish tradition, the red heifer must be perfect, without blemish, and never having been used for labor. The sacrifice itself symbolizes the ultimate purification, a spiritual cleansing that makes it possible for people to approach the divine presence in the Holy Temple. The Torah specifically mentions that this act is linked to the arrival of the Messiah, showing that the red heifer is a significant part of the final redemption process. The ritual has been a mystery for centuries, and its fulfillment is now drawing near. The red heifer sacrifice is not just a historical ritual, it's a prophetic act tied to the future of Israel and the world. The rabbis, including Rashi and Maimonides, have written extensively about the purification process and its connection to the Messianic era. It's believed that the red heifer's ashes will purify Israel and prepare them for the rebuilding of the temple, signaling that the time for redemption is near. As Jerusalem prepares for this historic moment, the world may be witnessing the fulfillment of a prophecy that has been hidden for thousands of years. The red heifer sacrifice carries profound spiritual meaning in Jewish tradition. Beyond its physical purpose of purifying the people of Israel, the ritual symbolizes the purification of the soul. The red heifer, in its purity, represents a return to innocence, a connection to the divine that transcends death. It is a ritual that restores balance and sanctifies, allowing the people of Israel to stand before God without the stain of spiritual impurity. Naishi, the act of purifying those who have come in contact with death is especially significant. In Jewish thought, death represents not just the physical end of life, but also the spiritual separation from God. The ashes of the red heifer are said to have the power to remove this impurity, allowing individuals to re-establish their connection to the divine. This purification is not only necessary for the physical rebuilding of the temple, but also for the spiritual readiness of Israel to receive the Messiah. In the context of the Messianic era, the purification of Israel through the red heifer sacrifice signifies the preparation of the people for the ultimate revelation of God's presence. The Zohar and other Kabbalistic teachings emphasize the red heifer's role in bridging the spiritual divide, preparing the world for a new age of divine unity. As this ritual is set to be performed again, it's not just a historical act, but a spiritual awakening that marks the beginning of the final redemption. The red heifer sacrifice plays a central role in the future restoration of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. According to Jewish tradition, the rebuilding of the temple cannot occur without the purification of the people of Israel, which is precisely what the ashes of the red heifer provide. This purification is seen as the first step towards the temple's restoration, and it is directly tied to the Messianic age. Without this act, the temple remains incomplete in its spiritual and physical reality. In the Talmud and the writings of Maimonides, the purification process through the red heifer is understood as a crucial preparation for the re-establishment of the temple. The temple's holiness demands purity, and the red heifer is the only ritual that can prepare Israel for this sacred task. This is not just a return to a physical structure, but a return to the divine presence that once dwelled in the Holy Temple, bringing Israel into a state of spiritual readiness for the coming of the Messiah. Today, with renewed efforts in Jerusalem to find the red heifer and fulfill this ancient commandment, the prophecy of the temple's restoration seems closer than ever. The revival of the temple is not merely a historical event, but a deeply spiritual act that will unify Israel and the world under the guidance of the Messiah. As we witness the preparations for the red heifer sacrifice, it serves as a powerful sign that the time for the ultimate redemption of Israel is at hand. The red heifer sacrifice is not only significant for Israel, but holds universal spiritual implications. In Jewish mysticism, particularly in the Zohar, the purification of Israel through the red heifer is seen as a precursor to a broader purification of the world. This act symbolizes a cleansing of spiritual impurities, not just for Israel, but for all nations, marking the beginning of a global restoration of divine harmony. In the Kabbalistic teachings, the red heifer represents a deep spiritual concept, the transformation of the material into the divine. Its ashes are used to purify, and in a similar way, the world will be spiritually purified in preparation for the Messianic era. This purification is the final step in the divine plan that will prepare humanity to experience the fullness of God's presence, removing the barriers that have kept us separated from the divine for so long. Today, as we look toward the fulfillment of this prophecy, the act of the red heifer sacrifice offers hope for a world that longs for spiritual awakening and redemption. The purification that begins with this ritual extends beyond the Jewish people, affecting all of humanity and bringing us closer to the realization of the kingdom of God on earth. The restoration of Israel through the red heifer is a sign that the global spiritual awakening is imminent. The red heifer sacrifice is one of the clearest signs that the era of the Messiah is drawing near. For centuries, the Jewish sages, including Rashi and Maimonides, have taught that the coming of the Messiah is closely tied to the purification of Israel. This purification, symbolized by the red heifer, marks the beginning of a new spiritual era, one where the world will experience a divine restoration and ultimate peace. The fulfillment of this prophecy signifies that the time for redemption is closer than ever. The Zohar speaks of the Messiah's arrival being preceded by great spiritual events, and the red heifer is a key part of this divine sequence. As the purification ritual takes place, it prepares the way for the rebuilding of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, where God's presence will once again dwell among His people. This is not just a historical event, it is the catalyst for the restoration of spiritual harmony between God and humanity. The sacrifice is a powerful reminder that the spiritual and physical worlds are interconnected, and the redemption of Israel will bring about global transformation. As we witness the red heifer being prepared in Jerusalem today, it serves as a direct fulfillment of ancient prophecies. This act is not just about the past, but about the present and future. It is a living, breathing prophecy unfolding before our eyes. The sacrifice of the red heifer is the spiritual key that unlocks the door to the Messianic age, and it is happening now, setting the stage for the final redemption and the arrival of the Messiah. As you reflect on the significance of the red heifer sacrifice, ask yourself, are you ready for the redemption that is unfolding before us? The time is now to prepare spiritually, to awaken your heart, and to be part of the final act of divine restoration. This is not just a story of ancient rituals, it is the story of the ultimate awakening of the soul of Israel and of the entire world. The signs are all around us, and we must be ready to witness and participate in this transformation. If you feel the stirrings of this divine call, don't ignore it. Comment below with your thoughts and reflections. Share what this moment means to you. Let's continue this journey together and prepare ourselves for the incredible revelations that are to come. Subscribe to our channel now and turn on notifications, because we're just beginning to uncover the deeper truths of this sacred time. More revelations are coming soon, and you won't want to miss what's next.